At this point, I'm a believer. You can't just disregard all of these reports, right? I'm your hosty with the mosty, Yusuf, and these are 10 UFO sightings throughout history the CIA tried to hide. Make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Anyways, let's beam me up. Number 10. Fiery discs in 1440 BC, Egypt. The Tully Papyrus is claimed to be a transcription of an Egyptian papyrus dating from the reign of Thutmose III. The claim originated in a 1953 article published in Doubt the Fortean Society magazine by Tiffany Thayer. According to Thayer, the transcription was sent to him by Boris de Roche-Wiltz, who supposedly found the original transcription of the papyrus among papers left by Alberto Tully. References to circles of fire or fiery discs allegedly contained in the translation have been interpreted in UFO and Fortean literature as evidence of ancient flying saucers, according to Vallee and Obick, since Tully had supposedly copied it during a single viewing of the original papyrus using an ancient Egyptian shorthand, and de Roche-Wiltz has never seen the original. The alleged text likely contained transcription errors, making it impossible to verify. Number 9. Spheres and other shapes in 1561 Nuremberg. A broadsheet news article printed in April 1561 described a mass sighting of celestial phenomena. The broadsheet, illustrated with a woodcut engraving and text by Hans Glosser, measured 26.2 centimeters or 10.3 inches by 38 centimeters or 15 inches. The document is archived in the Prints and Drawings collection at the Zentralbibliothek Zurich in Zurich, Switzerland, which means Central Library. According to the broadsheet, around dawn on 14th of April 1561, many men and women of Nuremberg saw what the broadsheet describes as an aerial battle out of the sun, followed by the appearance of a large black triangular object and exhausted combatant spheres falling to earth in clouds of smoke. The woodcut illustration depicts objects of various shapes, including crosses with or without spheres on the arms, small spheres, two large crescents, a black spear, and cylindrical objects from which several small spheres emerged and darted around the sky at dawn. Number 8. More spheres in the sky in 1566 Switzerland. A series of mass sightings of celestial phenomena occurred in 1566 above Basel, Switzerland. The Basel pamphlet of 1566 describes unusual sunrises and sunsets. Celestial phenomena were said to have fought together in the form of numerous red and black balls in the sky before the rising sun. The report is discussed among historians and meteorologists. The phenomenon has been interpreted by some ufologists to be a sky battle between unidentified flying objects. The leaflet, written by historian Samuel Coccius, reported it as a religious event. The Basel pamphlet of 1566 is not the only one of its kind. In the 15th and 16th century, many leaflets wrote of miracles and sky spectacles. Number 7. Alien boat in 1803 Japan. Utsurobune, meaning hollow ship, also Utsurofune, and Urobune, was an unknown object that allegedly washed ashore in 1803 in Hitachi province on the eastern coast of Japan. When defining Utsurobune, the bune part means boat, while Utsuro means empty or hollow. Accounts of the tale appear in 4 texts: Oshuku Zaki, Toen Shosetsu, Kyoryu Kishu, and Ume no Chiri. According to legend, a young woman aged 18 to 20 years old arrived on a local beach aboard the hollow ship on February 22, 1803. Fishermen brought her inland to investigate further, but the woman was unable to communicate in Japanese. She was very different from anyone else there. The fishermen then returned her and her vessel to the sea, where it drifted away. Historians, ethnologists, and physicists such as Kazuo Tanaka and Yanagita Kunio have evaluated the legend of the hollow boat as part of a long-standing tradition within Japanese folklore. Number 6. 400 unidentified objects in 1883 Mexico. Jose Bonilla was a Mexican astronomer. Knowing he's a scientist, there are going to be lots of measurements and numbers, so bear with me. On August 12, 1883, Bonilla was preparing his telescope for a study when he noticed that objects seemed to be partially blocking the sun. Using a process known as collodion process to capture 447 ink photographs of the objects. Along with his photographs, Bonilla also left descriptions of what he noticed to clarify what the low-quality ink images were showing, as well as a significant amount of data. Bonilla describes the objects as fuzzy or misty in nature, and often referred to UFOs that had dark tails. He also reported that they were as low as 538 kilometers or 334 miles above ground, as high as 8,062 kilometers, 5,009 miles above ground, between 68 meters or 223 feet and 795 meters or 2,608 feet in length, and between 5.58 times 108 kilograms or 1.23 times 107 pounds and 2.5 times 1012 kilograms or 5.51 times 1010 pounds in mass. That's very exact from those blurry images I'm sure you're looking at right now. Number 5, the miracle of the sun in 1917 Portugal. This one's crazy, so stay tuned. The miracle of the sun, also known as the miracle of Fatima, is a series of events reported to have occurred miraculously on the 13th of October 1917, attended by a large crowd who had gathered in Fatima, Portugal, in response to a prophecy made by 3 shepherd children, Lucia Santos and Francisco and Jacinta Marto. The prophecy was that the Virgin Mary, referred to as Our Lady of Fatima, would appear and perform miracles on that date. Newspapers published testimony from witnesses who said that they had seen extraordinary solar activity, such as the sun appearing to dance or zigzag in the sky, careen towards Earth, or emit multicolored light and radiant colors. Number 4, UFO Landing in 1946 Sweden. The Ängelholm UFO Memorial is a Swedish monument dedicated to an alleged UFO landing site in the Kronoskogen forest near Ängelholm. It includes a concrete scale model of a flying saucer, the purportedly life-size landing impressions on the ground, and copper plaques mounted on pillars. These reflect the account of Swedish entrepreneur Gösta Karlsson, who attributed his success to a 1946 UFO encounter. The memorial, erected in 1972, is maintained by the local government. It has become a tourist destination and is the Swedish National Heritage Board heritage site, RAA Strovelstopp 47-1. Number 3, Flight 105 sighting in 1947 Pacific Northwest. The Flight 105 UFO sighting occurred on July 4th, 1947, when 3 crew members aboard a United Airlines flight reported seeing multiple unidentified objects in the skies over the Pacific Northwest. A week prior, private pilot Kenneth Arnold had reported seeing similar objects nearby, a sighting that was followed by nearly 800 copycat reports during the summer of 1947. 4 days after the Flight 105 sighting, Roswell Army Airfield issued a press release stating that they had recovered a flying disc. That statement was quickly retracted after the crashed object was identified as a conventional weather balloon. Or that's what they want you to think. Number 2, the Battle of Los Angeles. The Battle of Los Angeles, also known as the Great Los Angeles Air Raid, is the name given by contemporary sources to a rumored attack on the continental United States by Imperial Japan and the subsequent anti-aircraft artillery barrage that took place from late 24th of February to early 25th of February 1942 over Los Angeles, California. The incident occurred less than 3 months after the US entered WW2 in response to the Imperial Japanese Navy's surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, and 1 day after the bombardment of Elwood near Santa Barbara on the 23rd of February. Initially, the target of the aerial barrage was thought to be an attacking force from Japan, but speaking at a press conference shortly afterward, Secretary of the Navy Frank Knox called the purported attack a false alarm. Newspapers of the time published a number of reports and speculations of a cover-up to conceal an actual invasion by enemy airplanes. Number 1, the Gorman Dogfight. George F. Gorman told the tower that he was going to pursue the object that had appeared to determine its identity. He moved his Mustang to full power, 350 to 400 miles per hour, but soon realized that the object was going too fast for him to catch it in a straight run. Instead, he tried cutting the object off by turns. Gorman made a right turn and approached the object head-on at 5,000 feet. The object flew over his plane at a distance at about 500 feet. Gorman described the object as a simple ball of light, about 6 to 8 inches in diameter. He also noted later that when the object increased its speed, it stopped blinking and grew brighter. After his near collision, Gorman lost sight of the object. When he saw it again, it appeared to have made a 180-degree turn and was coming at him again. The object then made a sudden vertical climb. Gorman followed the object in his own steep climb. At 14,000 feet, his P-51 stalled. The object was still 2,000 feet above him. Gorman made 2 further attempts to get closer to the object, with no success. It seemed to make another head-on pass, but broke off before coming close to his fighter. By this point, the object had moved over Hector Airport. In the control tower, the air traffic controller, LD Jensen, viewed the object through binoculars but could see no form or shape around the light. Thanks for watching. Those were 10 UFO sightings throughout history the CIA tried to hide. Leave a like and comment if we missed anything, and we hope you have a scary day.